For your homework assignment, I'm going to give you 3 sheets. The first sheet, basically, the instructions is solve for all the lot grades and the finished floors for this subdivision and define what type of grade, lot grade it is. Is it type A, B, or even C? So in this example, I have, let me show you the entire picture. You have lots in the center. You have lots over here that have a storm pond. And you'll have lots down here. Also, there's a storm management pond and a storm management pond. And this is the property. So remember what we said, we have to keep all the water on our property. So you have to determine, is it A, B, or C? Where am I sending my water? Now, to also determine that for the B's and C's, you have to figure out or A's, B's, and C's, you have to figure out the elevation of the center line of the road. So what I've also given you is a grading plan. Let me rotate this clockwise. Up here, you'll see what the cross-section of the road is. It's going to be the same as we did in the example on the PowerPoint. So you have the center line, and you also have basically what the type A-B grading plans look like. And the last page you have is the actual cross-section of the road. And if you zoom in on this, it'll tell you at what station the elevation of the road is. So at station 20 plus 74.04, the elevation is 112.76. And if you look at the original, so here's the stations that's on the road. Let's make this easy for me right now. Let's go to 22, 48, 29. So here's 22, 48, 29, and there's the center line road elevation, 112.74. If we know what that center line road elevation is, that point right here, then we can calculate across and figure out what that elevation is here, using the cross-section of the slope. And if you remember correctly, that change in elevation was 0.56. So if you know the center line, you can add 0.56 and you can go ahead and set your front corners. Now the rule is you have to have 1% slope. The other thing that's on this plan, it tells you how long that slope is, how much the right front width is, and the back width. Okay? So you can use these dimensions to help you figure out elevations. You're going to put elevations at each corner. You're going to figure out the finished floor elevation, and you're going to tell me if it's A, B, or C drainage. The other thing that you'll need is this one over here, this little cul-de-sac here. That is going to be, make sure I'm telling you right, that's 27 to 29. So that's going to be this one. Oh, that's a continuation of, as it goes around, that's a continuation of this road. It's put up top. Now, for the cul-de-sacs at the bottom and the top, I've actually given you elevations at the front lot just to make your life a little bit easier instead of having to grade a cul-de-sac. When you grade a cul-de-sac, you always send it, I personally usually put a high point in the center and make it drain around, okay? Or I'll put a high point dead center here and make it drain left and right. So those are usually your 2 options. But I didn't make you do that. I went ahead and gave you the high point or the elevations at the front lot corners just to help you out. Now your job is to tell me what the elevations are at the 4 corners and the finished floor elevation. If you have questions on this, please send me a message. All right? So that's it for the instructions.